You've been dumped, you're unable to function, your heart is broken, and your daily life has been inhibited. Congratulations, you have experienced a traumatic event. Some people can go through a breakup and they're sad, and it seems like they're able to readjust and move on quickly. But if you are stuck and you're unable to take your power back, don't compare yourself to others who seem like that they are able to pivot. And if you are feeling any pressure from anybody that you know telling you to hurry up and get over it, do not let them influence you. People underestimate how fractured a person can become from a broken heart. Which, side note, moving from this point forward, I will refer to it as a disconnected heart because nothing is broken. But as I was saying, some people just don't understand that getting dumped can be like a huge wave crashing down with rippled effects. A dictionary definition of trauma is a distressing or disturbing event. Emotional shock following a distressing event. Not only is trauma subjective from person to person, even these people who are living incredible lives are going to experience trauma in their own arena. Trauma is also guaranteed. You can't avoid it. And if you think that you can or you have avoided trauma thus far, then I suppose it's a case of ignorance is bliss. The trauma itself is not something that is going to unalive you, but living in the loop, replaying the traumatic event what happened, both on a mental level and a bodily response level, this is what decreases your quality of life. It's important to know this intellectually as you go through your healing journey, but also know that in this moment of trauma, in this moment of pain, this is a portal to your empowerment. As you go through life, your body yearns to grow. And when you have these moments where your back is up against the wall, these are prime moments because now it's something for you to overcome. Trauma responses are stored in the body, and if you don't work it out, it becomes a thief. It steals. It steals you from being in your present moment, and it steals you from being present with other people. You can't be in the present moment because you're looping something from the past. And then you can't manifest your future because your future is determined on what you're doing right now. I cannot give you a playbook on what to do next. This is your journey. You're the one that has to empower yourself. But do take tidbits from my videos, anyone's videos, articles that you read on the internet. But no, this is not advice. This is for you to do your own research to become an expert in yourself. But if you do hear something on anyone's videos or anyone's articles and it sparks something inside of you, it's usually your body saying something to do a little bit more of a deeper dive. And today, something I'm highlighting that you may or may not want to consider is somatic breath work. If you have trauma stored in your body and you cannot break free of it, it might benefit you to work with a somatic practitioner. This is like a beautiful exorcism. A specific group that I want to recommend is somaticbreathwork.com. Back at the beginning of July, a couple months ago, is when I personally discovered them because they offered this free 7-day webinar. And not only was it so eloquently worded and they had actual breathwork meditations, I couldn't believe it was all free. But on a personal level, I felt so many synchronicities with them because the way that they worded certain things were very similar to how I like to word things, maybe a little bit more beautiful, which is like, I was just like, wow, so much to the point where on a personal level, I would like to take the actual course with them to become a somatic practitioner. But starting tomorrow, September 29th, 2024, they're doing another webinar series. I believe this one is going to be 3 days. Sign up for it, somaticbreathwork.com. I probably shouldn't be saying this portion because it's not advertised anywhere. However, that 7-day series that I did back at the beginning of July, it technically is still live online, and it's somaticbreathwork.com/workshop replays. And I'm putting these links here on the screen. Don't forget, if you have an updated phone, that you can screenshot this, go into your camera roll, and then actually press the link on the photo, hard press it, and it'll bring you to the link on the website. If you do go to that link and it's still working, the old videos are still up there. If you could only watch one, watch day 7. That was the inspiration of today's video. In that day 7 video, they go into somatic definition. They talk a lot about trauma, but they also have a meditation in there as well. The group does have presence on social media as well as YouTube. And they also have an app too. Definitely check them out and look into signing up for that free webinar that's starting tomorrow, September 29th. And if you don't necessarily find an interest in that company, still do a little rabbit hole research about somatic breathwork for yourself and see if something sparks within inside of you. Releasing the stress and starting to break out of your traumatic looping might pave the way for your progress and later on to your empowerment.